Soon the sun will set over the great house at Collinwood, and the night will spawn new terrors and fears for all who live on the vast estate. In the cellar of the old house, a young boy will remain possessed by an evil spirit. And nearby, in a cottage by the sea, a young woman will witness a terrifying sight after the moon is full in the sky.
Your studio is quite charming, Mr. Tate. How did you find it?
Oh, a friend of mine rented it last summer. Told me about it. Well, I think that about does it for the day. Now, if you'll excuse me while I get all this gook off my hands, we'll talk.
Yes, of course.
Miss Trask, what's the matter?
The portrait! Look at the portrait!
What's wrong with it?
Don't you see?
See what?
I don't understand.
Hey, come on now. Look, just take it easy and sit down over here on the couch and just tell me exactly what happened. There.
I went over to look at the portrait. I was standing there, admiring what you'd done, when suddenly the face began to change.
Change? I don't understand.
The face of Quentin turned into the face of an animal. I think it was a wolf.
Miss Trask, let me get you a drink.
You don't believe me?
Sure, I believe that you probably thought you saw something.
No, Mr. Tate, I know I did.
Now, let's be realistic, Miss Trask. What you're looking at over there is a canvas. And there's an image on it. It's the image of a man. And the only way it can change it is if I change it with my oils and my brush. Okay?
I know you think I'm crazy, but...
No, I don't think you're crazy. I think that probably you've been the victim of the power of suggestion.
What do you mean?
Look, the howling of that animal out there probably made you think that you saw the portrait change. Now, that's all, so...
I didn't hear the animal before I looked at the portrait.
Look, Miss Trask. Hey, I know you've had a bad scare. And... Look, I'm just trying to find a way to ease your mind, that's all.
I don't know, maybe I did imagine it, but it seemed so real.
Look, if I just hadn't left you alone in the room.
Oh, Mr. Tate. I'm sorry I've carried on so.
Hey, listen, now, you don't have to...
It hasn't been a very pleasant way for us to become acquainted.
You don't have to apologize.
I'd better leave you now. I'm sure you have plans for the evening.
Look, I haven't got any plans except to see that you get home okay.
No, that won't be necessary.
Look, I insist. I insist on escorting you back to Collinwood.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
That's very thoughtful of you.
want?
Come here and I'll tell you.
Well,
I need some matches.
what for?
Well, it's sort of dark in here. I'd like to light another candle.
You don't need matches. You can light one from the candle that's burning.
Oh, how stupid of me. Magda, where are you going?
I don't stay here.
Are you upset about what I said to you earlier?
No, I ain't.
Then why won't you stay and talk to me?
We got nothing to say to each other.
You are a rather heartless creature, aren't you?
I am heartless.
Well, I'm only a little child. I'm afraid of being in here all alone.
I wish you were a little child again.
Magda, do I detect some warmth in your voice? I think you aren't that heartless creature. Perhaps we even have something in common. A fascination with fire? Is that true, Magda? Why do you turn around, Magda? Turn back and look into the fire.
Count Petofi, I ain't stupid. You won't trick me.
Oh, but Magda, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Magda, because you're wrong. You see, I'm gonna get out of this cell, and you're gonna help me.
You know you shouldn't have come here. Has something gone wrong?
Whatever Count Petofi's involved in, things go wrong. Especially for me.
Oh, you learned that a long time ago. What are you so upset about it now?
Look, Aristide, there is a werewolf loose around here, isn't there?
How did you learn that?
Because I'm doing a portrait in my studio. And a young girl who saw the portrait last night noticed that the face changed.
So?
So I don't want any part of this. You see, I don't even know why Count Petofi brought me here.
Yours is not to reason why. Yours is but to do and die. When your time comes.
Look, you could at least tell me what I'm doing here.
You're doing a portrait of Quentin Collins.
I know that I'm doing a portrait of Quentin Collins. It's just that I don't know why. I don't know what the point is.
You know that at times you're a very ungrateful sort, Charles.
Yeah, grateful.
Yes. What were you before you had the good fortune to meet Count Petofi? A miserable, struggling artist without money, without connections, without very much talent. To put it charitably, your future was a bit bleak. And now, you have all the money you want. You travel in the highest social circles. You're in great demand. Why? Because you have a great gift, and Count Petofi gave it to you.
Yes. And I have paid dearly for that gift.
But you haven't paid the price yet.
Oh, I have paid the price of things that you can't even imagine.
Whatever emotional suffering you've endured, Charles, is of absolutely no consequence. The only thing that matters is your soul.
Oh, yes, my soul.
Believe me, you won't even miss it. How could you when you're gone?
Look, when am I going to be able to speak to Petofi himself?
You spoke to him last night when you came to college.
No, I spoke to a kid.
A child possessed!
Look, I know, but how long is Petofi going to keep up this possession? When am I going to be able to speak to him?
Even if you could speak to him, what good would it do you now? You entered into a contract with him, and you can't worm your way out of it now.
Look, you are evading my question now. Why?
I'm merely stating facts to you.
No, there's something that you're keeping from me now. When am I going to be able to speak to Petofi himself? Come on.
I don't know. Perhaps tomorrow. Perhaps next week. perhaps never.
What are you saying?
Well, you know how he gets when he possesses someone. He goes into a state of suspended animation. He's done it many times before. But this could be the last time.
Why?
When the hand was taken from him in 1797, he was given exactly 100 years to get it back. He was told that if he did get it back, he would live forever, Charles. Forever.
And if he didn't get it back?
Well, if he fails, he dies.
How much time has he got?
Only a few weeks. Oh, he's come so close so many times, he can't fail this time.
Oh, I hope he does fail. I hope he does fail because he's lived too long already. Don't you understand, Aristide? He's the embodiment of evil. He thrives off the pain and sorrow of others. And I hope that he dies a violent, violent death.
Your sentiments come as no surprise to me, Charles.
No.
They can't even rouse me to anger, because I know something you don't know. When Count Petofi's time is up, your time is up as well. Think about that, and maybe you'll pray for him to succeed. Good night, Charles.
You know, Aristide, maybe I'll surprise you.
I said good night, Charles.
Let my voice be carried by the wind through the forests to the one who is waiting to hear its sound. Hear me, O Aristide. Hear my voice and obey my command. Hear me, Aristide. You must hear me. You must.
Yes. Yes, Excellency. I can hear your voice. Tell me where you are and I'll come to you.
Barnabas,
What is it, Magda?
the child, he's in a trance. He is summoning help
From whom?
from that man, that Aristide. What can we do?
There's no need for you to be upset, Magda. What Petofi is doing now could be just what we want.
What do you mean?
If we're lucky, Aristide will come here and try to take the boy away from us. But we will be waiting for him. We will lock him up in the cell with Jameson when he comes.
But even if we can't do that, what good will it do?
It will force Petofi himself out into the open. With no one to help him, he will have to come here.
It makes sense, but I don't like it.
You will need all the courage that you can muster for this task.
I will. What do you mean? What about you?
We'll look at the clock. It will be dawn within the hour. I cannot stay with you.
I can't do a thing like this alone. You know Aristide. He's dangerous.
Yes, but you will have adequate protection.
Take this. Aristide has no supernatural powers. He is as human as you are. Now, when he comes, there will be no problem. And if it becomes necessary, you must kill him.
Kill him?
Yes, we must keep him in the house, no matter what happens. It is the only way we'll be able to get Potopi to come here. And only by confronting Potopi will we be able to free Jameson. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Well, don't fail, Magda. His life will depend on it.
Barnabas. Barnabas, I will do my best. What's wrong? What happened?
Did you know I was here?
What do you mean, did I know?
What am I doing here? Why am I being punished?
Punished?
Yes. I don't like to be locked up in here. I didn't do anything wrong. Gun, what are you going to do to me?
I ain't gonna hurt you.
I think you are. You are. I thought it was a bad dream, but now I know it isn't. I want to go back to Hollywood. I want to see my father and Judith and Quentin. I'm sorry if I did something wrong. I'll never do it again. I promise. I promise.
Oh, you poor child. The spirit is lifted and you are frightened and confused. Don't be afraid. You've got everything will be all right. Come into my arms. Yes, yes. You will stop crying and I will tell you what happened and you will understand everything. You're not afraid no more, are you? Hmm?
No, Magda. I'm not afraid anymore.
It was a trick. It was all a trick.
Very practical device, you see. And I'm sure an award-winning performance, wouldn't you say?
What did you do to me just now?
Yes, you should begin to feel the effects of it now.
What did you do?
Why, I merely kissed you on the cheek, Magda.
Something is happening to me. I feel different.
Yes, Magda. You should feel very different. Aristide, you're a little bit late, but as you can see, I have the situation firmly under control.
She kept you prisoner here?
She and Barnabas Collin.
Let me dispose of her now.
No! Don't be so crude, man. We need her.
Why? She can't be trusted.
Oh, but she can now. You see, Magda has seen the light. Haven't you, Magda? It's fascinating what a little kiss will do, isn't it, Aristide?
Oh, I see. Our gypsy friend is about to have her moment of truth.
I warned you that your time would come, Magda. It is coming now. You should see the horrible, true self.
I don't want to.
But you do, Magda. And you're going to tell me all about it. I'm waiting, Magda.
I am the cause of all the tragedy at Collinwood, all the pain and suffering and death, the unchaining of Barnabas, the death of Jenny, the curse on Quentin, the murder of my poor Sandor and Julianka. I was the cause of it all. I must be punished for it. I must be punished.
No, Magda. Nothing at all would come out of your being punished. But we're going to help you. We're going to give you a chance to end this tragedy. You must do that, you know, don't you?
Yes, but what can I do?
Magda, you can begin by taking us to our most formidable enemy, Mr. Barnabas Collins. We know what he is, Magda. How he lives at night, sleeps during the day in his coffin. Look at me, Magda. You were his ally. And he told you where his coffin is, didn't he?
Yes.
And you must begin by taking us there, in the light of this day.
Yes, I will take you there.
Help the lady up, Aristide.